All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everybody. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. I received a super thanks from Chaps, my man Chaps, in the members section, and he wanted me to check out this video here. It's titled F LeBron James' scoring record, and this is from no other than Cliff Lottie, who does not hold punches, does not hold back, and just goes straight for the jugular. So we're gonna check out this video and react to it. I am actually curious about this because I think he's talking about the scoring record. So he's talking about the all-time lead scoring record, basically, that he took from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I'm curious what the angle is going to be, because it's one of those things for me. It's like, well, he can have it. You know, he stayed in long enough to have it, but we also got to talk about all the other records that he has. You have the most makes, you know, or you have the most points. You also have the most missed field goals. You also have the most turnovers. You know what I mean? If you have the most of something, you probably have the most of something negative as well. And LeBron, he has a lot of the most of somethings, and a lot of them are negative. But this is one of those positive ones that's like, well, it is what it is, but I'm curious what the angle of this video is going to be, and I will react to it accordingly. So anyways, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody for the constant support around here, and it's a beautiful, beautiful community. I do appreciate you guys a lot. So I say let's get right into this, guys. I'm going to link the original video down below in the description, like I always do. There you'll see a list of channel members, and shout out to you guys. By the way, I do have allergies right now. I don't know what's going on in the valley. We've all been dying from allergies for like weeks now, but today it's a little bit rough. So I'm doing my best to get through it, but hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys to listen to. Anyways, you guys, let's do this. Like the video. Hype the video if you could. I'd appreciate it. It gets to more viewers that way. And let's go. Oh yeah, the animations.
Yo, Bron, my handle is Lottie. Let me see your paperwork.
He's here for fraud. 1 count of pretending to be a goat. Why the fuck would you pretend to be a goat?
Not a goat.
The goat.
All right, copy. Count 2, pretending to be a king.
Okay, so you're a scammer. Say that. All right, Bron, so you mob out with the Brooklyn niggas. We heavy on the scamming. I'm innocent. I really am the king. I'm really the GOAT. Bron, stat padding doesn't make you the GOAT, gangster. Look at this Bam Adebayo nigga. Scoring 83 makes him the GOAT of...
That's why what my reaction to Bam Adebayo was Bam Adebayo is the GOAT. Like, that was the title of the video. It was for the same type of humor that Cliff is going for here. Like, oh, that's all it takes? Stat pad and you're the GOAT?
Nothing. I really am the GOAT. I'm telling you the truth.
Yo, Lottie, this nigga weird as hell. I'm about to poke a million holes in this nigga.
Whoa.
Nah, he good. He just gotta accept reality. Please take a moment to like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. When people start arguing about...
Now, chaps, I know you said it in the comment that you haven't seen this yet. You might have picked the most brutal Cliff Lottie video of all time, just based on that intro. Holy crap.
The greatest of all time in the NBA, at the center of it all, 2 names, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I'm shocked that this is even a debate. It's not even
Not
close.
if you're Coach K, by the way. Coach K listed a handful of players. If you haven't seen him on, who was interviewing him? Pat McCarthy or whatever. Sorry, I don't watch ESPN very much anymore, but Pat was interviewing him, and Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, he was asked like who's the greatest of all time, like everybody is, and he was like Michael Jordan, and he listed all the reasons for Michael Jordan, and then he listed the people who could sit at Michael Jordan's table, and he was like, you got Magic, you got Kobe, you got Bird, you got Kareem. And then Pat was like, LeBron James? And he was like, yeah, LeBron could be there too. So not in everybody's eyes is this a debate between LeBron and Michael Jordan. In fact, a lot of people who know basketball the greatest do not have LeBron in this conversation. It's MJ and then who's at the table with him.
in my opinion. I'm truly perplexed, and I feel like I'm the only person on this planet that don't have LeBron in my top 5.
Nope,
Hear me
I'm
out.
with you.
I think if Bird had a little PEDs/biogenesis-like connections and formed super teams with Magic and Isaiah Thomas, he would have won more than 3 rings.
Yeah.
Now, most of the debate really comes down to how you look at it. On one side, you got the LeBron camp. Their whole angle is longevity. On the other side, you got the Jordan side. We don't care about how long you did it. We care about how untouchable you were when you were at your best. Peak dominance, perfect finals record, running the league like it's yours and everybody else is just a casualty. So the real question becomes, what matters more, how long you were great or how unstoppable you were at your peak? Peak versus longevity. Let's talk about it.
Yep,
if we're
let's do
being
it.
real, GOAT ain't supposed to mean lasted the longest. It's supposed to mean nobody could mess with you at your absolute best.
Yep.
Get your highlight reels rolling. Number 23's in the house.
Jordan's peak, that was different. Late 80s into the early 90s, he wasn't just scoring, he was locking people up too. We talking about a dude who dropped 37 a game one season, then came right back and won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year the next.
While still scoring 35 a game.
It's not normal. That's takeover mode. LeBron's best season, 2013. But even at his best, he wasn't matching Jordan's scoring pressure and defensive dominance at the same time. Even when you stretch it out over their best multi-year runs, Jordan still edges it. He just operated on a different frequency. Let's keep it simple. Getting buckets is the name of the game. Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times. LeBron, once. Now yeah, LeBron got the all-time points record, but that comes from playing longer, not from dominating your era year after year.
100%. 100%.
Jordan didn't just score, he made sure nobody else was even close. That's a different kind of pressure. That's I run this league energy. People love comparing numbers straight up, but the game changed a lot. Jordan played in an era where defenders could hand check you, basically put hands on you all game. The paint was crowded, games were slower, more physical.
Yeah, the hand checking thing, like the importance of it was the defense actually got to push you in a direction they wanted you to go. And there's always going to be a double team or a trap waiting for you. So that was the huge challenge. It's not like now where you can go wherever you want. That's what the league wanted to do. So it's freedom of movement. There's a reason why the terms are what they are. Freedom of movement means you can do whatever the hell you want. You can go whatever direction you want as an offensive player, whenever you want, in whatever fashion you want. And nowadays, take as many steps as you want in the process. Back then, not only were you getting called for any little bit of travel, half the times you took 2 steps, they said you took 3 and they gave you a travel violation anyways. But even then, you had to go in the direction that your defensive opponent was steering you, and you still had to find a way to score. So try scoring 37 points a game for an 82 game season with that type of defense. Good luck.
Now, it's spacing, faster pace, more freedom on offense, way easier to rack up stats. If you drop Jordan into today's game with all that space and no hand checking, man, you're probably looking at 35 to 40 a night easy, and that's being conservative.
I hate to admit it, he'd win a couple championships and then retire out of boredom. He'd go find something that challenges him.
Here's where it gets spicy. LeBron's numbers are insane, no doubt. But when you play that long, stats are gonna pile up. That's just math. There's also been moments where he stayed in games that were already over just to keep streaks alive or hit certain numbers.
Oh yeah, he just did that for a triple-double a couple of weeks ago.
And that, my friend, is stat padding. Jordan, different mindset. He literally said if he cared about stats like that, he would have stayed longer and chased records.
Not only would he have stayed longer and chased records, but instead of focusing on winning championships on that second three-peat, he would have been playing in the fourth quarters. But a lot of the games he didn't have to play in the fourth quarter, especially home games, because they blew out their opponent in 3 quarters. So he was still averaging 30 a game, while often sitting on the bench for 12 of those minutes, just sitting down, laughing, having a good old time with Scotty and Harp. You know, like that's what it was. For those of you who watched it, you all know what I'm talking about. Everybody else, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But he could have easily averaged 35 to 40 points a game those seasons had he chosen to stat pad. But guess what? If he did that, he wouldn't have had the legs to win those championships. You know what I mean? Because he was playing all 82. All 3 of those seasons I'm describing, guy played all 82, plus every playoff game, every finals game, and won every championship. Shoot.
Instead, he walked away at his peak twice. For him, it was always about winning, not stacking numbers.
Yep.
When you look at totals, yeah, LeBron's ahead. More seasons, more games. That's expected. But when you break it down per minute, per possession, Jordan still comes out on top. Higher efficiency, bigger impact while on the court, fewer mistakes with the ball. Basically, when they were both playing, Jordan gave you more dominance in less time. This is the part nobody can dance around. Jordan, 6-0 in the finals, no game 7s, no slip-ups, just handle business. LeBron, 4-6. And it's not just wins and losses, it's how they showed up when everything was on the line. Jordan in the finals, killer mode, closing games like it's personal. LeBron, sometimes he showed up, sometimes inconsistent.
Yep.
And yeah, that 2011 finals, that one still sticks.
And yeah, when Cliff says done more in less time, when you hire somebody for a job, say you hire somebody to redo the flooring in your house, would you rather somebody who's going to get it done in one day, or you want somebody who's going to get it done in a week? Which one you want? It's going to cost the same no matter what. Taking longer to do something doesn't make you better. In fact, it's the opposite. Getting something done fast and efficiently, that's the way to go. So Jordan got his 6 rings in way less time than LeBron got his 4. How is this even a conversation?
Points in a crucial game in your prime, that's tough to explain in a GOAT convo. Jordan never had a moment like that, not even close. Dwayne Wade just said he didn't know what the fuck was wrong with LeBron, basically being the best player on the team and not owning the moment.
2011 finals.
2011.
Sorry, something is wrong with LeBron. You see this, he's not aggressive, he's passing up shots, he's not driving.
Guys, so this is where it's from. I was asking the question, and a lot of you guys asked the question too recently. What was this on? What show was it on? Looks like here's your answer. The Zach Lowe show.
Was there a conversation you had with him during the finals trying to get to the root of it? What's happening? We need you to snap out of it? Or did you just say, I can't get in, this is his thing to sort out? Or did you just think it'll sort itself out? How do you handle something like that in that moment?
Bro, this is why we got together, to do this. And so he couldn't get out of it. I don't know, what it was. He struggled a little bit. We didn't get the LeBron that we had the next 3 years at that time. And it was unfortunate for us because I didn't feel like nobody can guard him in that series.
Everybody on this planet knows that none of MJ's former teammates would ever utter something like that about him.
Yeah.
Snap out of it. You ain't acting right. That is something you tell a toddler, not a guy who's making millions. I don't know how people put this guy over Jordan.
I know.
This player who's afraid of the big moments.
And then Dwayne Wade continues on to say that basically he felt like it was his job to teach LeBron. Yeah, you're right, Cliff. He is. He's being talked about like he was a child who needed to learn. And it kind of is the truth.
Last shot or a dunk contest. The way Kobe had to yell at LeBron to shoot the fucking ball in that All-Star game.
Yep.
Darren Williams off the pick. Coming up lane short. Williams gets it back. Down to 3 seconds.
Yep, there it is.
0.1 to go.
Yep.
You called it, Steve.
And all of his peers, there's Kobe and Melo just like disgusted at what you just did. Like, especially Kobe. Kobe's mad. Carmelo's like disgusted and embarrassed.
Play for a 3. That's exactly what they were going for the win.
And Williams, and this was puzzling. You think LeBron with 6 seconds to go?
It's choking. This is just what it is. It's choking. This is a terrible pass.
And Williams, and this was puzzling. You think
this was a terrible pass. He just choked. He freaked out, man. Kobe forced him to choke.
With 6 seconds to go, maybe a little less.
The guy's a coward, plain and simple. If he wasn't so imposing physically, he would be just another Bronny, in my opinion. People bring up Scottie Pippen like Jordan was carried. Relax. Jordan built that team into something. Early on, he was out there cooking elite teams basically by himself. Pippen became great with Jordan, not the other way around.
Agreed.
Yo, Zo, you strapped?
All the time. What kind of stupid question is that?
I heard you. Everybody else grip up. I'm about to move on these greenbacks. They acting real crazy. Yo, Lottie, I turned Crip, so y'all are on your own.
We don't fucking need you. And what the fuck you mean you turned Crip?
I'm sorry, Lottie. Y'all had the situation when I first pulled up, but I gotta do what's best for me now. Bron, you can't just switch teams whenever the odds is against you.
Yeah.
Life hands you challenges, and your job is to overcome them, not run. That sounds good, but I've been switching teams all my life. Peace. Aight, sounds like a 2-for-1. We'll get Bron first.
Copy.
Meanwhile, LeBron...
Put it in the comments, because we all know he's switching teams one last time. Is he going to Cleveland? Where's he going, guys? I think he's going to Cleveland. I think it makes sense. Not it makes sense. It's just I think it is what it is. He's going to go to Cleveland. Do you guys disagree with me? Where is he jumping teams to the final time? Because we all know he's not going to come off the bench and take a pay cut with the Lakers to try and win a championship. He's going to run away one last time. Where's he going? Let me know in the comments.
LeBron moved around building super teams. Miami with Wade and Bosh, Cleveland with Kyrie and Love, Lakers with AD. That's just a different path. He took the cowardly way out. Jordan stayed, built, and dominated his era.
Yep.
Ask players, coaches, legends.
As a real king should do, and no one calls him a king because that's just weird anyways. But since LeBron calls himself a king, he could have done what a real king should do, which is build a castle, protect your castle, and then the people will come to you. Don't keep leaving your kingdom to go invade other people's kingdoms and then leave after 3 or 4 years like you keep doing. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand how he can call himself a king and do these types of things. King of what? King of what team? What franchise? What are you a king of? You're like a carny. You're a traveler, you know? You just travel from town to town.
Most of them will tell you straight up, Jordan was different. Not just skill, presence, pressure, that feeling like the game was already over before it started. Dudes feared him. And when the biggest names in basketball history all lean one way, that says something. LeBron's longevity is unnatural, no doubt, but one scoring title across 21 seasons just don't hit the same when you're talking about who really owned the game at the highest level.
Yep.
Jordan's peak wasn't just elite, it was the highest ceiling basketball's ever seen. Basically, if Mike played in this era, he'd be cooking dudes non-stop.
Anyways, Magic won more championships in less time. Freaking Kareem won more championships in less time. Bill Russell won more championships in less time. Why are we even talking about this guy?
That's why the longevity argument got holes in it. Playing forever and piling up totals is somewhat impressive, but it essentially gas up the resume in ways that don't always reflect true dominance. Stats like total points and win shares naturally favor the guy who sticks around longer, especially if he's still out there collecting numbers in low-stakes moments. It's not just about who did more over time, it's about who was better when they were on the floor, and Mike still got that edge.
Yep.
So when it's all said and done, greatness ain't about who stayed outside the longest. It's about who really ran shit when it was time to set the tone. Jordan wasn't chasing stats. He was chasing bodies, banners, and respect. He hit the top of the mountain, planted the flag, and bounced before the game could water down what he built. LeBron is the blueprint for longevity, but if we talking peak dominance, killer instinct, and the highest level this sport has ever seen, the answer is still Michael Jordan. That's the standard. That's the gold line. That's the GOAT. If you value longevity and career totals, running to other teams and passing up on the last shot to find the right play, LeBron's your guy. But if you're talking about owning your era, showing up every time it matters most, then yeah, Jordan still got that crown. Because greatness ain't just about how long you ran, it's about how unstoppable you were when it mattered. And Mike, he wasn't just winning, he was running the league, no questions asked.
Great video. Oh, by the way, also Tim Duncan won more championships than LeBron in less time. There's so many players to throw into this list, and then we're not even starting with how many players have scored as many championships as LeBron, which is 4 in less time as well. So the conversation to me is just, it's dumb. Very interesting video from Chris Lottie here. A little over, a little edgy for this channel, but I get what he's getting at though. The whole theme of it, you know, the prison thing, like you can't just turn your back on your guys, you know, because it is kind of what LeBron did. So you ditch, you go to Miami, you join that gang, and then you abandon that gang the second that things get a little bit tough. You know, one of your gang members got an injury or something, and you're like, all right, I'm dipping out for the rival gang. You can't just do that. You know, prison rules dictate you can't do that. They'll take you out. So I get the theme he's doing, because that is what it is. It's a backstabber. It's a snake at that point. And yeah, he has been that. So him and like KD are like they're guys with no homes when it comes to the NBA. It's a very interesting situation. Yet Jordan will always be synonymous with the Bulls. Everybody will always remember him as a Bull, as a Tar Heel, you know, because he gave everything he had to them. He stayed in the hard times, and he shared the success in the good times. That's what, you know, a real dominant great is supposed to do. That's what a real king is supposed to do, you know. You take the hits and the accountability when your kingdom isn't doing well, and then when your kingdom is very fruitful and things are going great, you share the wealth with your people. That's a good king. That's a good leader. Literally the opposite of LeBron James, which is why I codenamed him the anti-GOAT a couple of years ago, and I stick to it. He's literally the reverse GOAT. He does everything the opposite of what a GOAT is supposed to do. Weird, man. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for the donation to watch this one. Guys, go check out Cliff Lottie's channel. The link is down below in the description. I appreciate you all for being here, and hit that hype button if you want to push this out to more people. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and most importantly is to be water, my friends. Peace out, everyone.